Hello and welcome back to Roy's the Boy. Another lovely sunny day out here in Cambridgeshire. Today's video is going to be about my £5 ATCO push lawnmower I've got from the rubbish tip. So let's go and have a look at it. Okay, there it is. £5. I do have the grass box for it. I'll take you around it. I do apologise, a little bit haze in this little bit of clip. It's only because the sun is really shining through there today. So let's take you around. It's not in very good condition. It is very dirty. Can do with a nice spray job on the top of it and the exhaust. I will take that off, completely strip that down and repaint it with silver. It doesn't have the guard for it, but I do have plenty of spares. It's really filthy. Even the handles, as you can see, the paint on it is just flaking away. So I will take those off and strip all the paint down from it. It's going to be a nice little restoration, I think, really. Even the cable here at the top, this is not really working properly. Hopefully I won't need a new cable. Hopefully I can repair that one, because it will take out some of the profit. We'll just go around the back here. It's a plastic deck with the roller, so no messing around with the deck painting or anything like that. Underneath, very clean underneath, really. The blade, it's got a really solid blade on it. I do give it that. It's really thick and chunky. Allen key one. Never seen one of these ones before, so that's new for me. What I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to strip the carburetor down, because as you saw in one of my other videos, when I got it back from the rubbish tip, it did start once I put some fuel inside there and it fired up, but it won't fire up with fuel in the tank just through the carburetor, so there is a blockage. So I want to fire it up and just to make sure that there is no engine problems. So let's go and strip that down and get it going. Alright, okay, let's get this stripped apart. First of all, I've already unscrewed that. Let's take this off. Oh, that's really dirty, so a complete new one for that. Let's put that over there. Okay, these are, oh, they look like 8mm. Now where's my 8's gone? Okay, I've taken the air filter off. It weren't very good, it's very dirty, so I'm going to put a new one on this. So let's get this carburetor taken off. We'll take this bit off here as well, so it's easier to do. I'm going to take that off. Another one here at the front. Will do for now though, I'm going to put these back in their places so I don't lose them, because they're small ones and I don't wish to lose these. Right, okay, well the springs don't look too bad, I'll show you those in a minute. It's even little work zone, little drill drivers. This one does come with a drill bit as well. Very, to make life easy by using these. Okay, let's take that off. Oh, I better untake that. I'll reset that when I put it back together. Let's put that back on there so it doesn't get lost. That's it. Right. I don't know if you can see it, but it does look in very dire condition. Right, let's get this fuel hose clamped, because there is petrol in it. Right, hopefully that's got that. Give that a little twist. Right, that doesn't want to come off of there. It seems to be stuck. I don't want to ruin this. The cable, the fuel cable pipe, I should say. Ooh, it don't want to come off. Right, so right, I need to go to the door. I'm gonna have to put you on pause because my front door is just gone. Okay, sorry about that. Had to go and sort the dog out and see who's at the door. Okay, right. To get this off from that clip, if you can see that it is. Right. That's not going to work with that on there like that. Oops, it's came off of there. Right, let's get that back onto there. That weren't very good. I think I'm going to need a new fuel pipe. I didn't want to take the fuel out because I will be using it. Right, yeah, I'm going to have to drain it out. I'll get back to you. Right, now this little pump, this is a fuel pump, hand pump, which I use for when I'm using my radio controlled planes. So it's a spare one I bought, and it's ideal for taking the fuel out of engines or tanks. So you just put one end in there, the other end in the fuel tank. Put it down to where the actual fuel is. That's it. Pump it backwards, and here she comes. Nice and simple. I have tried using this with oil, but it doesn't work. It's not powerful enough to suck it up. But loose or fuel like this, it's very easy. As you can, I did put fresh fuel in it just to try it out a couple of days ago, but it didn't work. God, there's more in there than what I thought. I didn't realise I put that much in. There seems to be a lot of air in there. Where is it coming out? Oh, that's better. It weren't coming out properly. That seems about all I can get out of that. Let's put that to one side. Do that back up. Right, I'm going to put a rag under here, I think, just in case it drips out anymore. So I've got this whole towel. I don't want it to ruin the plastic too much. There's still a lot in there. Okay, let's see if I can get a tub. Twist it. Okay. Okay. See what, shall I do that now? It'll be empty. There's still a bit coming out, not too much. Okay, that'll do. I'll use that for cleaning. That little bit. Right, where did I put the carburetor? Right, okay. Well, that's the condition of the carburetor. It ain't too nice, is it? I can see why it really probably got a block inside it. So I'm going to move the lawnmower off the table, get back to you, and then we'll clean this up. Alright, okay. Let's get this stripped apart. First of all, I'm going to take the bowl off, which is a 13mm socket. Oh, that was tight. Oh, it actually don't smell too good inside there. Yep. It wouldn't surprise me. Well, you can't really see it, but trust me, the inside there is a hole, and that is actually blocked. So that's one bit. Let's take the bowl off. Try and keep this gasket, because it is, I don't think I've got any. I might have. Oh, that is stuck. Yep, that is completely stuck onto there. Let's just give it a little helping hand. I don't want to break it. Oh, that's better. Right, the gasket on there is actually stuck as well. Let's see if I can prise that off nicely with my small screwdriver, which I've lost. It was here because I was using it. Instead I use this. Nice and gently. Oh. Now, there is some debris inside it. There's actually water in it.
I don't know if you can see on the fuel there is bubbles of water, so that's another reason. Okay, first we take this pin out. Oh, it's coming out nicely, which is good. That can go in there. That's not too bad. Oh, look at that. That looks like a, I don't know if it's built up with dirt, or it could be a leaf inside it. Either way, it's not in good condition. I think I'm going to put loads of carb cleaner in there. Right, this one here is a small jet. So what I'm going to do is, what you should do on these, because the settings on them, I'm going to screw this in. Wow, as it happens, that screw is completely in, so that was probably why there's no fuel getting through it, and that shouldn't be like that at all. I can't believe that is all the way in, so I'm gonna take it out. It's normally between 1.5 and 2 times screws, really. I find that it needs. I soon find out when I run it, if it's running too lean, too fast, too rich. I will adjust it as it goes. It's quite dirty, but anyway, let's see if I can prise this off. Oh, I don't want to come off, just in case I haven't got any. Right, so what I'm doing now is get my carb cleaner. Inside there is a rubber seat. I do have some. Hopefully I do have the right size for them. I will probably replace that as well. Right, this carb cleaner ain't working. Let's get this new one. Okay, so that's all right in there. I'll get a spray in there. Oh, that seems alright. Well, it seems that's coming out of there alright. Which is good news. Let's just get a toothbrush. Just give that a scrape in there. Sometimes if you spray carburetor on some of these rubber gaskets, they stretch. Let's just clean it up with that. Hopefully it should be okay. Just give it a general clean. What I'm going to, I'm going to get a piece of fine wire and I'm going to stick it in there. Hopefully I'm going to clean that out. I do have some to hand as it happens. That's it, that's going through there nicely. Yep, that's coming out right through the end there. There's no problem with that one. Let's get another. Okay, very thin wire in a smaller one. It does seem very empty. Okay. Give this one a clean as well. As I said, it was extremely dirty in there. 2 holes. Always wear some sort of goggles when you're using car cleaner, because if it sprays into your eyes, trust me, it does burn. Even though I had glasses on once, it got into my eyes and I did wash it, but for hours and hours, I have to admit, it was really, really stinging and I didn't like it. Right, I won't put the video on whilst I'm using my air compressor, because it's only a small one and it has to be running at all times. So I'm going to turn you off for now and then come back when I've cleaned it. Right, okay, well that's come up a lot cleaner than what it was. It's best I could really get it. So you stick it back together, stick it on, and see if it runs up. Okay, right. Let's put these in nicely, and the pins. Sometimes these can be difficult to get in. It's just a bit of patience. And the sheet wheel. No, it doesn't want to go in. So get the hole up first. Right, that's better. There we go. That's it. Let's put this gasket. Little gasket on there. All screws in nicely. Well, hopefully. There we go. 1/2 socket. Give it a, that's it. Don't do it over, try and overtake, because these are aluminium, and these are brass screws as well. Trust me, I had broken one once before because I did over tighten it. So I've learnt my lesson and I won't do it again. Now let's put the main jet needle back in. Right, so I'm going to screw that, like I said earlier, all the way in. I'm going to bring it out 1.5 times at first, just to see how she runs. Okay, so that's in. 1/2 turn, 1.5, possibly just a little bit, just to make sure. Okay, right, let's get it back on. Right, so before I put the carburetor back on, a little trick that I learned with the fuel pipe. Now I just had it and now I've lost it. Here it is. Right, because they get so stiff, and they do go brittle sometimes. So what I've done, I find I have done before, is you stick one hand on the top of that and you get a cup of boiling water and just hold it in for a few seconds. Well, I'll say normally about 10-15 15 seconds. You hold your hand on top, it stops the water going inside it. Like an airlock. Take it out, give it a shake. Oh, a bit more soften up, I think. Needs a bit longer. And what that does, it helps the clip pierce up against it again. So that's nice and soft now. Right, so I'll push that back onto there. Okay. Before I do the other one, I've got to put this back on first. That's it. There's a little clip there which goes on is to help the choke in and out. What's wrong with that one? That's it. Better. Right, let's get the bolts. Hand tight first. Just move this water in case it goes everywhere. There's an IB sockets. Right. That's an 8. It's the wrong size. I need a 10. Apologise again once for the lighting in here because that's it. Is that one out? Oh, let's put that on there. What I will do though, I'll just use a normal one, just so it tightens it. That's it. Okay, right, let's do the trick with the water with this as well. Nope. No, that didn't work. I think I may have to get some more hose pipe. Okay, this one's not really too good. Clip on. That's it. Right. I'm not going to use the it's not coming out, is it? Cable. It's not working too good as it is. Well, I'm not going to put the air filter on. Or should I really? Because it's in a state. Yeah, I will do. See, let's give that a brush out. Pardon my noise of my compressor. Let's get the 8mm back on again. I'll only put 2 on. That's it. Leave that one off for a moment. Ah, where did I put that? See it. I will probably have to manual the carburetor. Right, that's with it with the choke sort of on. So, and let's see if I can move that. No. Right, what I might have to do is leave that outside, and once it's started, hopefully it's started I should say, let's put the fuel back in. I'm going to put the fuel back in and then get back to you outside.
Right, that took a bit of time, I'll explain afterwards. Did have a fuel leak, but I sorted it out now and it's going to try to see if it works. As you go, I've got to explain what happened earlier. It has been a couple of hours. When I put the carburetor back on, as I was literally just going to take it outside to get it started, there was fuel leaking out of the carburetor. So I took it apart and I replaced the needle seat, and the ones I've been given, which are meant to be for these engines, these quantums, it just was not fitting whatsoever. I tried all sort of things. I had 10 of them and I tried every single one of them and none of them worked. In the end I went over to my outfield and where I store all my spares and that, and luckily I had a spare carburetor on there, a mower that had a broken deck, so once again it's come in handy for spares. Now it didn't want to turn off, so as you saw I had to use my hand up against the carburetor to turn it off. And what it is, I've just realised now why it wouldn't turn off, even though I turned that, is just there. If you can see, there's a little connector, so as this is meant to go over there, then it's meant to stop the engine, but it doesn't seem to be up high enough, or just inside there it's not down enough, so I'll have to sort that out. Anyway, let's put you back. Been a good day. I sold a mower today as well, so I made a nice clear £100 profit on that one, which I was really pleased with. It was one that I actually refurbished. I've done a really good job on that, so it was worth doing it. The more you do to them, I think the more money you're going to get out of them, and happy days, as I can say. Anyway, if you enjoyed this one so far, part 2 will be coming along. What I'm going to be doing then is stripping it all down and getting it prepped up for painting all the casings and other things on it that will make it look nice, including the handlebars as well. I will strip those down to bare metal and re-primer and re-spray them. It all makes it look good, and you can make money extra, bit more profit with it. So anyway, if you like this video, please give us the thumbs up and subscribe. Lost my words in. That's what I seem to keep doing. Anyway, cheerio for now.